Hi, this is Stephanie. Let me quickly just talk. This is Intelligent Luxury. This is Stephanie. And let me read what I wanted to read today. So it's no longer Farm Safety Week. You can read what I'm reading. I put it online earlier today. So this is great. Michael Jordan steakhouses are in the states of Illinois, Connecticut, and Washington. And Michael Jordan owns a golf course named Grove 23. Membership is by invitation only. Michael Jordan promotes the Jordan brand on Nike.com or Jordan.com, Nissan.com. Michael Jordan has a Nissan.com dealership near Duke University. He also sponsors the Novant Health Michael Jordan Family Clinic. You should see a Jordan brand new shoe. So this new shoe, sorry if you don't see it. The Air Jordan 35 uh, is the new shoe that debuted on the 27th. So look for it in stores on Jordan.com or Nike.com. There are other things that Nike released, like the women's waffle racer. See the marble eco down jacket through the eyes of the designer. So you have an eco design jacket. Circularity means viewing sustainable design as the sum of many deliberate, interconnected choices. So Jessica Lomax, Nike Senior Creative Director, Women's Sportswear, shares a few of the core considerations behind making the Nike SW Marble Eco Down jacket. And I'm going to show you a photograph of that later. It's just a nice down jacket. Also, you have Bloomingdale's, Hurley.com, Purchase Your Resort Swim for our fashion and style section. Please visit Nina Tornay to view her Love by Nina Tornay 2021 collection. Israeli wedding dress designer. She's an Israeli wedding dress designer, Nina Tornay. She's sold at Kleinfeld, and you can see her dresses on my website. I just put it on the blog. Please go to cfda.org to learn more about Fashion Week in different nations. Patti LaBelle and Full Force have a song titled "Ain't Nothing But a Feeling." Listen to the remix on Patti LaBelle's on a website, and the link is on my blog. You can link to my blog on intelligentluxurymagazine.com. Also, Jared Epic Expressions is a 6-episode shoppable jewelry show on livejared.com. Hello to Royal Asher that was on the show. Uh, you can find out when they're more live on Jared.com, more live episodes. But please visit Jared.com to purchase jewelry from Jared. The NAACP, I'm a lifetime member of the NAACP. Please visit NAACP.org. Information about the Mercedes Benz is also available at MBUSA.com. Please visit YourEngagement101.com. I worked at Engagement 101. Please visit Bloomingdale's.com. Please visit BarnesandNobles.com and BooksAMillion.com. Please visit your independent booksellers. Please visit metmuseum.org for more information about the Met Museum. I'm Stephanie. My website is intelligentluxurymagazine.com. Today, I'm wearing a dress from Walmart and accessories from Pandora, Georgia.net, and Africa.net. So you have the president and the vice president. President Trump and Vice President Pence gave an update on the nation's virus testing. Is going to give an update on the nation's virus testing strategy today. And then Friday, President Trump discussed delivering more opportunities and fairness to the African American community in a speech that he gave about Black economic empowerment, the Platinum Plan. And I believe that he wants to initiate the start of about 500,000 Black-owned businesses, including minority depository institutions. And there are 26 Black Republicans running for office this year. So he said that I get results and I keep my promises. He also said those pushing to defund the police are hurting the Black community the most, President Trump stated during the speech. Herschel Walker also spoke, so that was interesting. So you should be able to see this updated. Sometimes I have pop-ups and the screen gets a little slow. It's alright. Let me smile at myself in my computer. On Wednesday, September 30th, Vice President Mike Pence will will travel to will travel to Atlanta to deliver remarks at a Faith and Freedom Coalition policy conference. Singer Usher released a new song and video titled Bad Habits. BMW announced a brand new M3 sedan and M4 coupe. Please visit bmwusa.com for more information about the new BMW sedan and coupe. Vice presidential candidate Kamala Harris spoke to Angela Rye during the 111th NAACP National Convention. And that was a great interview. And she said that Kamala Harris, Senator Harris, pardon me, Senator Harris said that her parents were in the civil rights era and movement. And her favorite professor at Howard was Professor Hotchkins. So that's good. Howard University. And indoor dining returns to NYC on September 30th. So today, Mayor de Blasio, he's going to discuss different things today. This afternoon at about 2 p.m. So we'll talk tomorrow about what he's going to discuss. For Save the Date, Mayor Baraka to present the first virtual State of the City address on Wednesday, October 7th, 2020 at 7 p.m. from the New Jersey Performing Arts Center. Great place to have an event. Mayor Baraka will discuss the future of Newark. Art Basel announced a new online viewing rooms in September and October. Please visit artbasel.com. Marriott announced Escape to Luxury with Marriott Bonvoy launching at the Ritz-Carlton, St. Regis Hotels and Resorts and the Edition Properties. Escape to Luxury with Marriott Bonvoy will be an ongoing offer available for a limited time each month to both Marriott Bonvoy members and non-members as a way to enhance your trips and vacations. To learn more, please visit luxuryhotels.com. It's National Prostate Cancer Awareness Month. For more information about Marriott's concierge services, please visit quintessentially.com. That's QUINTESSENTIALLY.com. Marriott-experiences. Let's talk about NYC staycations. The Bronx Arthur Avenue, Hudson Yards. Mr. Ross owns the related companies that own the Hudson Yards and a leased commercial space. Find related company shopping center or retail, residential, or office location at related.com. Visit the Empire State Building in Herald Square. Visit Central Park and visit Rockefeller Center. Start with the top of the Rock observation deck. See the Today Show maybe at the Rockefeller Center. At Rockefeller Center. Plan to visit Wales and more specifically Pembrokeshire. It has coastal walks and castles. Please visit the website, visit Wales.com or visit Britain.com for more information about traveling to Great Britain. Please visit worldsurfleague.org if you love surfing like I do. I know that I love watching surfing competitions. I know when I was younger, I used to go to the ocean and we used to surf on a little, not a surfboard. I don't know what it was we surfed on, but it was a lot of fun. Governor Andrew Cuomo is the Grand Marshal for the 76th Annual Columbus Celebration Weekend. The event's on ABC 7 WABC TV New York and stream live at abc7ny.com, ABC7ny app, and AB7ny connected TV apps on Amazon Fire TV, Android TV, Apple TV, and Roku. A virtual gala on Saturday, October 10th, a socially distanced wreath laying at Columbus Circle on Sunday, October 11th, and a 90-minute broadcast special on Columbus Day, Monday, October 12th, will happen, stated a representative. SiriusXM customers with the streaming-only SiriusXM Premier subscription will have access to every live NFL game as well as the exclusive 24/7 talk channel. SiriusXM NFL Radio shared a Sirius representative. So go to SiriusXM.com/NFL on SXM for more information on SiriusXM's NFL programming. We are creating something incredibly unique and special, said Soj Jubowo. He said, I am thrilled for what we have to share and offer athletes from all backgrounds. So Soj Jubowo is the chief officer of Varlo, and Varlo is a bicycling apparel company. We are rooted in three guiding principles: exceptional quality, responsiveness, and team mindset. Our commitment is to empower all athletes to conquer the goals of tomorrow. Please go to the website varlosports.com. The United States and United Kingdom convened the second special relationship economic working group meeting at the White House on September 24th through the 25th, 2020. As part of the meeting, the United States and the United Kingdom signed a declaration on cooperation in artificial intelligence research and development, shared the White House press secretary. Extending open restaurants year-round and making the program a permanent New York City fixture will help revitalize neighborhoods and the economy while putting the health and safety of New Yorkers first, said James Patchett, president and CEO of the New York City Economic Development Corporation. The program allows people and small businesses, rather than cars, to use our curbside lanes. This all means more public space for the New Yorkers and a healthier, more walkable city. I love how this toaster looks. It's called the Sebeg Dolce & Gabbana two-slice toaster. I put a link to the image. It's from Williams Sonoma. It's a beautiful artwork on this toaster by Dolce & Gabbana on Williams Sonoma. It's called the Sebeg. Today, or the other day, Delaware Governor John Carney U.S. Senator Tom Carper and Chris Coons and Congresswoman Lisa Blunt Rochester, all Democrats from Delaware, announced a $1.5 million grant award from the U.S. Department of Commerce and the Economic Development Administration to Delaware Innovation Space to create a hard science startup accelerator. The grant was awarded through the National Build to Scale B2S competition run by the Office of Innovation and Entrepreneurship at EDA, shared a written statement from Delaware Governor John Carney. So if you're in Delaware, look up that information about who received those grants or who will receive those grants, or try to apply for those grants if you want to create a hard science company or product. So Reisterstown, Reisterstown, sorry, in Baltimore County and the town of Williamsport in Washington County received the Main Street, Maryland designations, Governor Larry Hogan announced. Main Street, Maryland has now designated 33 communities in Maryland after the designation of Aberdeen and Harford County earlier this year, supporting locally owned businesses, events, and activities that provide residents and visitors with an authentic Maryland experience, stated a written statement. Main streets are the hearts of our communities, and these designations are the result of strategic focus and local revitalization, said Governor Hogan. These communities have great efforts to support small business and improve their neighborhood economy while celebrating their cultural character and history. So think about visiting or traveling to these places, supporting the businesses on Main Street or opening their businesses or where they've designated as a main street in Maryland. In No Time to Die, Bond has left active service and is enjoying a tranquil life in Jamaica. The directors Cary Joji Fukunaga and Daniel Craig and Jeffrey Wright are in the cast of the film. Go to No Time to Die official website 007.com. An animated film sold by Walt Disney Films will be released November 2020. Please visit the website movies.disney.com/soul. Read Love Your Life, a novel by Sophie Kinsella, to be released in October. I love her books. Please visit Penguin Random House's website for more information about her books. And there are these are some of my favorite Penguin Random House publishers. Excuse me, Penguin Random House, Simon and Schuster, and HarperCollins. The National Book Festival was this weekend, so I watched the National Book Festival September 20th on Saturday, September 26th for the National Book Festival featuring Nicholas Lyman. Webinars featuring Nicholas Lyman and Rick Perlstein. A live Q&A. The book Reaganland, America's Right Turns, 1976 to 1980 by Rick Perlstein was discussed. And Transaction Man, The Rise of the Deal and the Decline of the American Dream by Nicholas Lyman was discussed too. Link to the page to the purchase the books featured during the National Black Book Festival. National Book Festival History and Biography stage. So I listed a link. It's from Politics and Prose, and goes to that. I think Politics and Prose is a bookstore in the DC area. The National Book Festival also hosted fiction authors Ismail Baya and Maza Mergister at a live Q&A. Little Family, a novel by Ishmael Bay, and the book The Shadow King, a novel by Maza Mergister, were the books discussed during the question and answer session. Mr. Bay told the online audience that he writes when the story is no when the story no longer wants to remain in him. Mr. John Grisham participated in a webinar too. His next book is A Time for Mercy, a sequel kind of to A Time to Kill, to be released in October. So that was one of my favorite books, A Time to Kill, and The Firm. I haven't read his books lately. I have to catch up on. I have to finish reading his newer books, but we all read A Time to Kill, Pelican Brief, The Firm, all these books by the great attorney. I was actually even considering attending law school. I love writing about law, just because of reading his books. I used to work at a library, and we shelved his books so many times. So many people. It's so great when you work at a library and you work at the front desk and you're able to talk about the books. If someone takes out a John Grisham book and you've read it, or you suggest books to someone, it's so much. So many people talked about the justice for the little girl, um, in A Time to Kill, and then The Firm. And so many of us, like me, I worked at a major law firm, so it was interesting reading about a major small law firm in The Firm and how the attorneys behave. So it was really interesting. So he says, do not write the first scene before you know the last scene when he's talking about writing. It's so amazing that these webinars are occurring. Me, myself, planning, I remember when we weren't able to even hook up this big TV and this big network at the Nyack Library in order to do a virtual event. And now it's so easy to go on Zoom or WebEx to have a virtual event. So I may have a virtual event, I may not. We'll see if we can get anyone to speak about sports, the intelligence of the athletes who attend college, and who, for all of us, they don't, the athletes who don't graduate from college, why don't they graduate? Or they take the money, but they give so much money back to the community and to the college, and they earn so much money for all of us that attend the college. It's really, really interesting that we have to support these athletes and study why they don't return after they finish their career, maybe in the NBA or overseas, and helping them return if they want to return, or helping them distribute scholarships and helping their foundations, helping all of us that weren't able to play in the NBA go to school through scholarships. I think that's an amazing thing that the athletes are able to give us in the world. So I wanted to have a subtopic of sports intellectuals. So I'm trying to gather a list of people that I want to invite, people who wrote books about sports, and prayerfully we'll be able to talk to a few people at the event, and also about African American history, Caribbean history. Thank God I found a lot of books through different publishers that have published about Caribbean history, and prayerfully they'll be available. So Mr. Jerry Craft, another event. Mr. Jerry Craft was at one of my events at the mall, at the Palisades Center Mall, I call it. It's the Palisades Center, but it's the mall. It's not the Palisades Mall, because there is another mall called the Palisades. So the Palisades Center. Thank you, Mr. Jerry Craft. And I met Mr. Jerry Craft at the Harlem Book Fair. So hello to everyone at the Harlem Book Fair for helping me with that event. Mr. Jerry Craft is to be at the Boston Book Festival. The Boston Book Festival is October 5th to the 25th. Please visit bostonbookfest.org for more information about the Boston Book Festival. When you go to the bostonbookfest.org, there is a schedule, and you'll see him on the schedule. It's all month of it's October 5th to the 25th. Yeah, he's on one of those days. So go to that website and you can see Jerry Craft. He is a cartoonist. And when he was at the Harlem Book Fair and my event, he was drawing, helping the kids draw cartoons. An amazing man to have at one of your events. An amazing guy that I met in Harlem. So hello, Mr. Craft. And Temple University's website is temple.edu. Apply to attend graduate school and attend continuing education classes. I read most of her. Um, um, Sorry, that's a typo. And donate money to Lehigh Valley Network and Montefiore Hospitals. Hey, Mr. CEO of Westchester Medical Center Health Network, how are you? And the New York Presbyterian Hospital. Thank you for giving me for my mistakes, Westchester Medical Center Health Network. I made some major mistakes when planning events here, but it's so interesting that I met Mr. Israel. I met him. I don't even know if my mom knows a lot of people in the health industry. I don't know if she's met him, but I've met him. So what a nice man. And Microsoft Computer, Adobe Creative Cloud, use it for flyers, emails, and ad banners and social promos. So, my gums I turn black due to diabetes is the question. I kind of did some. I posted all these videos. I just wanted to see if you could guess why my gums are black. And they say it's for pre diabetes, and it is not. It is not. It is genetic. It is a mole. It is not mold. It's a mole. MOLE. And it's something that we have unique. My mother and I have moles on our gums. So it's just the color of our gum. So I did this whole thing to bring awareness to domestic violence and to bring awareness to abuse, any type of abuse. You know what I'm saying? And how do you investigate it as an adult? So I was a criminal sociology major, excuse me, and I wanted to do it that way to see who's paying attention, who's listening to people, who's paying attention, and all these things. So it's just a little experiment. But in my prior videos, look at my recipes and don't focus on the negative. I talk a lot about the president and the recipes that I created based on my mother's recipes, based on recipes that, I learned to make myself or that I want to make, based on recipes that I have tasted at different restaurants. I like cooking different types of food. Let's talk about my website, intelligentluxurymagazine.com. Please shop at Whole Foods Market, a great place to get produce, fish, chicken for, recipes. Please visit usbank.com. I want to thank US Bank and discover more about Fashion Week at cfda.com. Bloomingdale sells clothing. Please visit bloomingdale.com and please visit Louis Vuitton website, louisvuitton.com. And please watch The Late Show with Stephen Colbert. I like Stephen Colbert's hair. I like his hair long. His hair looked great the other way too. I just kind of like this hairstyle. And The Sims by EA Sports. The Sims, remember? I like Stephen Colbert. He's very, very funny, and I used to watch him on The Daily Show with Jon Stewart. And they're so funny when they're talking about the political news. That now, Trevor hosts the show now, and he has his book. It'd be interesting to study about African history. I wonder what he knows about South African history. And try to have books maybe from South Africa. It's so interesting. I may have met Trevor like years ago. So hello to him. Congratulations to him on his show. And please write about programs at intelligentluxurymagazine.com. Read about my programs that I want to plan. They're not planned yet. And I will tell you when I have the money in order to host them. So we're going to try this first show, but we don't know if we can meet at the library due to the virus. Yet maybe since a lot of people are having, what did I watch? A college football game, Oklahoma. I think I watched Oklahoma University of Oklahoma this weekend. And everybody was at the stadium. They had their masks on. Everybody was safe. Maybe we can just throw our masks on and have a nice little event. Not a lot of people can fit at the small library, so I'm only inviting locals to this event, and it will be a great event. But if we have it online, then maybe people can watch it online. Create crafts. Please watch CNBC. And on CNBC.com, I love free people clothes, dressing free people. I'm wearing my free people shirt today. Read the New York Times. Did y'all get the Sotheby's section in there? And I took notes on what I read. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about Kamala Harris. Remember your REIT, Simon Property Group. Remember Pyramid Management Company. Thank you. That's what Jerry Craft was. Great place to have a nonprofit event is at a Pyramid Management Group, and I think you should contact them now if you have a nonprofit that wants to be at a shopping center, have a table there. Usually they have people there doing different things, giving away or accepting donations. With Kamala Harris, I watched that. She shared some other things. So she talked about Breonna Taylor, and then she talked about the civil rights movement, and then she talked about. I thought this was very interesting. thing that she discussed, Miss Senator Harris, is that she talked about protesting apartheid. And it reminds me of when we were all protesting apartheid when we were in, she was in college, I was in probably middle school, protesting apartheid. And remember apartheid, now that's over, look what peaceful protest has done to help America and the world eliminate apartheid. Remember when Nelson Mandela wasn't the president of South Africa? Remember when there wasn't a black person that was a president of South Africa? So she was talking about different things, but they were talking about, I think she talked about eliminating private prisons, eliminating cash bail, and these are some of the things that her and Mr. Biden are going to address, I think. So let me know if that's correct. So I have a lot of things. I'm looking over my old videos. Some of the audio on the old video is is pretty off and everything. It has a high pitched sound due to the motor of the laptop, and I apologize. So I'm gonna try to refilm those recipes that you can't hear in the future. But I thank you for watching, and prayerfully I'll be able to talk to you tomorrow about what the president is going to speak about this afternoon. And also, tomorrow we'll probably bring you more about a special press conference with Derek Jeter and the Miami Marlins, who are in the playoffs. So I thank him for that information. My mom says, "You act like you know Derek Jeter." And I'm like, I don't know him personally. I just met him a few times, and it's great that he, Michael Jordan, and the others allowed me to use the information to promote my website. And also, preferably, I'm promoting them as well. But remember that he and Michael Jordan are, are two of among the first of the owners of an MLB team, along with Mr. James Brown from CBS. So this is all about having fun and information, and prayerfully I'll be able to cook soon once I get more money for food. I can't just cook. I can't eat all that food. I gained a little weight, so maybe I'll cook like once a week. I'm trying to decide how often I should cook. Right now, my mom made great. I love vegetarian dishes, but she made a great eggplant beef sausage dish that I'm about to have a little bit for lunch, just a little bit. So that will be good, and then probably have it again for dinner. Just a little square, and then the rest of the week I can have my soup that I bought my butternut squash soup. And this morning I had a delicious banana and some fiber activa, so that was good. So let's talk about the trade shows. You know, the Census.gov has a trade show, the National Association of Counties Virtual Federal Policy Summit on October 21st to 22nd of 2020. That's one show. Remember that the Greater Boston Chamber of Commerce is hosting the Governmental Affairs Show tomorrow at 10 a.m. The National Association of Counties show is for people who are county executives or leaders, political leaders of the county. But also, it's good to watch if you own a business and you live in a county to know what's going on in your county, to know what federal policies may affect your county. It's really good to talk about that. The National Restaurant Association show, remember the Shop Talk Meetup show. These are all trade shows. Sometimes I attend a lot of trade shows at the Jacob Javits Center, which has really helped bring traffic to my website, as well as just bring you content for those that can't go, and to meet new people, to show you how to start a business, to inspire you to keep operating your business. You have the New York Public Library. They have online videos on YouTube, on their YouTube channel, interviewing authors and others. So I think those are always great and good to look at. The one that I read about women's voting rights was really good. It was a Japanese lady. She talked about the Japanese and African American and European American women and their voting rights. Art Basel, remember to watch these live galleries. Really interesting, beautiful artwork. Art Basel is a show that's in Miami, Florida. And then remember to watch my Temple graduates, my fellow Temple graduates in their show. So you have Seth, my friend Seth, my not friend Mark Baxter. He's not my friend. He's a friend of a friend. So I guess he could be a friend. Only met him once, but has a great energetic show. It's like he's rapping, which is really cool. It reminds me of like Jesse Jackson. And so I laugh. It's like he's rapping on there. What a great speaker. So maybe he'll be at the fair. I don't know. Uh, he and Dr. Bates, they both wrote books. So I'm still writing my book. I'm still trying to figure out what mysteries do I want to write. It's really weird writing a book after reading so many books. Am I copying a book? What do I kind of like want to be a mix. I want to be funny like Sophie Kinsella, but then I want to be really interesting and mysterious like Walter Mosley or John. Just a little bit of legal action, too, like John Grisham or like Toni Morrison, just a beautiful storyteller. And one of the things that I love about Toni Morrison, sometimes I leave things on prior, so I don't have time to mention it every day on film. But I love Toni Morrison's book because she wrote Beloved and she wrote some other books in an African American dialect where she spells kind of like how we pronounce words in certain areas of certain African Americans in certain areas of the country. So I found that very interesting in how she wrote. And I still think Jazz was like a beautiful book. Jazz, and we saw her, me and the dean of Temple Law School, we saw her talk about the book Love at Temple University at the Pete Lee Cora Center. So, yeah, isn't that special, Michael Jordan? So Michael Jordan's a sports intellectual. We can't afford Michael Jordan. It would be great to have a book by him. Maybe we could purchase a book and talk about him. Maybe he could a video in. I'm just joking. We can't afford to have a video in either. But we're gonna have a good time, I think, if it happens. All right. So let's pray that these viruses get vaccinations, and then we can all just go back to meeting people. All right, people. So that was fun. Remember to support these book events. You have the Miami Book Fair, and you have the other book fairs in Philadelphia. They have writing seminars. Remember, the Medgar Evers College has a professional writing seminar, which I try to go to every year, and it's really great. All right, people. We're ending the show a little early. Usually we can have an hour. I don't think I have anything else to tell you about except, prayerfully get ready for Christmas, Kwanzaa, Hanukkah, Ramadan. Remember those gifts? Remember gift cards? I like giving cards. I think I might just send cards. Usually I like to buy my friends' kids' books, but I can't afford to this year. And getting all the spelling of the kids' names right and stuff. All right, y'all. Have a blessed day.